Hey everybody, Dawn McGee, your wellness strategist and nutrition evangelist here, and we are in the throes of the holiday season. And if you are like most people, me included, your holidays are not Hallmark holidays, right? And sometimes that leads to a little extra emotional eating. Now, in an ideal world, we would have all of our tools in place and we wouldn't succumb to it. But this is the real world, and sometimes there's some emotional eating, maybe an extra glass of wine that happens. Am I right? If you can identify with that, or if you have clients that can identify with that, then this one is for you. So, yes, we absolutely want to start working 1% at a time on filling our toolbox with tools that will help us move past emotional eating for whatever reason, in whatever way, right? In the heat of the moment, right now, for the short term, one of the things I'm going to suggest that we talk about is replacement behaviors. So, if you are at a family gathering, for example, and the talk comes up to something that you know is pushing your buttons or isn't going to turn out well because Uncle Fred and Aunt Sally always argue about the same things, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter what it is. Instead of going to reach for that extra glass of wine or that extra cookie or the extra piece of pie or all of the above, maybe you can grab a cousin and go out for a walk. Maybe you just grab your earbuds and go out for a walk. Something where you are removing yourself from the situation, and it's okay. May people be upset? Maybe. The reality is setting boundaries for yourself and taking care of yourself is at least as important during the holiday season as it is the rest of the year. We always talk about putting the mask on yourself, and we do that in a lot of different ways throughout the year. You may have to have a couple of extra tools in your toolbox at the holiday season. If you are cooking cookies or baking pies or making stuff to take over to a potluck and you want to have extras, well, maybe you just wrap them up and put them away. Maybe you go paint your nails so that they're wet and you don't eat. There are a variety of short term, and I won't call them fixes because they're not fixes, but they're tricks where you can trick your mind into moving into thinking, doing something else. Remove yourself from the situation. And sometimes, once you've been able to remove yourself, you can come back in and not be triggered. Sometimes you can't come back in. Um, but I'd love to know what some other replacement behaviors you can think of are so that you can get through this holiday season with as much grace and goodwill intact as possible. I hope that was helpful. Um, I'll share some of what I do in next week's video or ongoing videos. And as always, what I hope for you is that you live a life you love without giving up any of the things that bring you joy. Until next time, ciao.